Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 67. My name is Jason Erbeling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and Buy and Sell DVC.com.
And today is May 18th, 2022. So 11 months from today is going to be, I wrote down May 18th. It's not, it's going to be April 18th.
Yes, it is.
2023. 7 months is going to be December 18th.
All right. Good save on that one, buddy.
2022. And today he has on, are we in Illinois again with the golf show?
Yeah, I've got the other Maple Meadows Golf Club again from our buddy Chris Malik from the Ed Cott and the WDW Review.
So be sure to check out, what is it, Maple Meadows?
Maple Meadows
Is it public course?
Maybe. I think it's private. It's private.
Oh, it's private? Oh, sorry. Don't check it out.
I think it's a private course. Actually, I'm not even sure. Maybe it's public. I don't know. But Chris runs the place. So if you check him out, go play golf. Say hi to Chris for us.
And today we're going to start on the buy and sell side of things. And it is, the question is, should I rent from DVC-Rental or should I buy into DVC? What should I do?
Tough question.
And so really, you can't go wrong with either one. You know, because if you're renting, I mean, especially like if I talk to someone and they say, you know, I'm only going to, we only come once every 5 years. Well, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Then you should rent for that trip because, the DVC owners that are the happiest owners are the ones that buy at the resort that they like to stay at and make the reservation 7 to 11 months and who use their points regularly. Because if you buy into this and you're struggling to use your points, then you're not happy. So if let's say you've already taken 2 or 3 trips and you're going to keep coming. I mean, the reality of it is when you buy into DVC, you're just taking that same money that you would have already spent on the rental and you're turning it into ownership. Yeah. So, you can't go wrong. And what if I buy too many points? Well, guess what? DVC-Rental can help you rent out the points. So, you can't go, and what if I'm short of points? Well, if you're short of points, you can say, hey, I just booked a reservation, but I need 2 more nights. Can I rent? I mean, you're covered on either way. If you buy too many or if you buy too few, if you just rent, is there anything you want to add? It looks like, no?
No, not really. I was going to say, cover anything, or heck, technically if stuff's sold out, we're also a Disney travel agent and we can book regular rooms for you as well. But yeah, we've got you covered no matter what. Main difference, I'd say, is that the buy and sell when you're buying resale, it's just, you've got to pay it up front, whether it's cash or whether you're financing. It's up front. So a lot of people don't have that much money or they don't want to finance it possibly, so maybe they'll rent the points. But it's most things that, for most DVC members, they pretty much say, the main thing that they wish is that just they had bought earlier. And I know that was our thing, is that we'd spent a bunch of money. We went to Disney every single year. And I just wish we had bought earlier, but we did it when it was right for our family. When we didn't want to do any financing, so we wanted to make sure we were in a good enough place and we had the money to pay for it outright at the time. So, but again, it's people's choices and how it works for them. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with DVC. Buying DVC, we absolutely love it. Do it when it's right for you. And if you're not ready yet, rent the points. What's great about renting DVC, it's like taking a car out for a test drive. You can sit there and say, I want to stay at Animal Kingdom and I want to stay at Polynesian. You can sit there and try the different resorts, find out what works best for your family, and then you purchase the contract with Jason.
And that's another nice thing about if you're a renter. You say, okay, I want the 10 months in advance at Boardwalk this year as I'm renting, and then I wanted at Beach Club, and then I wanted at Copper Creek.
Yeah, you're not locked in. You can sit there and take advantage of the 11-month, 10-month window whenever you want, because again, we're the ones who have the points for you.
Right, or this stay is going, you don't have to worry about knowing exactly how many points zone. This stay is going to be 78 points. Next year it's 114. Next year it's 120. You know what I mean?
A lot more flexibility.
Right.
Yeah.
You can just do, you can just pick it, exactly what you want each time. So, but yeah, like he said, I mean, if you do want to finance it, Vacation Club loans, Monera Financial, they make it very easy for you. So you can just, you can finance it for up to 10 years. And again, it's, if you do finance, it's like spending the money that you would have already spent towards your vacation or rental, and you're just spending it towards ownership. But you're really not going to go wrong with being an owner or a renter. And we'll see later on, because I see here Scott's going to, I don't want, a little tease here. Scott's going to talk about the advantages of booking through DVC-Rental. So, but let's get into Scott's food review of the week here.
Roll the tape.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So for this week, we're back at Everglazed Donuts, which is at Disney Springs as well. This donut is part of the Funky Bunch variety.
Marky Mark?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. This is part of it. This is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Donut. So it's cinnamon iced donut, crushed cinnamon toast crunch, cream cheese frosting. I love cream cheese frosting. And dusted with cinnamon sugar. The cream cheese frosting on this part was by far the best part of it. Cream cheese, it's the type of frosting that's on like a carrot cake and stuff, a little creamy, like cheesecake almost. This is still not as good as my overall favorite, which was the peanut butter explosion, which is just ridiculous. But this was really, really good as well. This got a 7.9 for me. Again, tasting, I don't know, maybe a little too sweet. I don't know. But again, I'm nitpicking here because, again, at 7.9, this was a very, very good donut. These are I forgot to write it on here, but these are $5.75 a piece. So it's expensive for a donut, but they are very good and they're very different. You can get stuff at Krispy Kreme, and Krispy Kreme makes great donuts as well. But they're bigger and they are a little bit better, but they are expensive at $5.75. But check out Everglazed. I mean, there's never been one that we've had. I think we've had 5 or 6 different types of donuts there, and there's never been one that was just like a miss. They're all solid donuts, and it literally solid donuts. They're big and heavy donuts. But yep,
I was just going to add that. I mean, on a side note, my family, we cannot take part in any type of cinnamon.
Really?
Because of my 12-year-old.
He's allergic?
So, well, it just doesn't work well for him.
Turns like the Hulk? And, he's not allergic, but doesn't work
because he thought he says he's allergic or whatever.
Okay.
But we actually had him tested. But when he was tested, the test says that he's not allergic.
Okay.
But it does he doesn't. He has allergic. I mean, he has
symptoms.
Yes, he has bad reactions if he. But it's like like a drug sniffing dog. He can smell cinnamon from like 4 houses away. And so it is like, I can't remember the item that he went to my parents' house one time and he walked in, and I don't know what my mom had made, but it had cinnamon in it. But it wasn't like, it wasn't like the title, like cinnamon donut.
Yeah.
And he walked in the house and he was like, I smell cinnamon. And my mom was like, oh my gosh. And then so and then, because when I purchase an item, I have to look, because I have to look at every single ingredient to make sure that there's no cinnamon in there, because not every item that has cinnamon has the word cinnamon in the name,
yeah,
right? So it does become it becomes interesting sometimes because.
I'm sorry that he has that reaction to it. That stinks.
Yeah, it's
You never know where this is going to go, though. There was an interesting tangent we just went off.
Well, because because it says cinnamon, crushed cinnamon, and I'm like, so.
He's not allergic to it. It just has an effect on him.
Yeah.
What kind of effect? This is awesome.
So then if my 10-year-old wants to eat something cinnamon, he has to eat it at a different house. So it becomes a whole thing. So I just had to mention that there real quick because anyway, it felt like the right time. So now we're on to the DVC-Rental section.
So as Jason alluded to earlier, we're going to talk about some of the advantages of booking with DVC-Rental versus Disney. What's interesting, many times we could book out further than Disney. We're able to book up to 11 months in advance. Right now, Disney doesn't even allow you to book 2023 yet. So different times of the year, sometimes Disney.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Disney will sometimes let you book out further, but right now you can only book up to December 31st. I believe.
And why is that?
There's at some point later on in the year, they'll release all of next year all at once.
So like if somebody right now, like again, not running through you, wants to come for March of 2023 for spring break?
I believe that is the case. You cannot book with Disney right now. Pretty sure. But yeah, because I'm trying to think, I don't believe they've released it yet. But there's some cutoff. It's every year they do the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is a yearly thing that they'll book out through the rest of the year, and at some point they'll release the entire year for next year. But a lot of times it can only be 4 months out or something. And you can't even book January yet.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Typically, we're around 40 to 50% cheaper than Disney for the same exact rooms. This is some of the stuff we mentioned before. Like you don't have to pay the $25 parking fee that Disney charges you. What's great is that you get the personalized service of a small company who easily you can reach 7 days a week. A lot of times with Disney, whoever gets your phone call doesn't know what's going on sometimes, and with us, we've got all the information direct, for you, and you're working with the same people kind of over and over again. So it makes it really, really nice. And you still get all the perks. You'll get the free parking at the parks, early, late admission when you're staying for a deluxe resort, because all the DVC resorts are the deluxe resorts. And all cleaning and issues are handled by Disney. So, you still got Disney's customer service when you're there. Like if something happens to the room, something's wrong, Disney is known for their customer service, so they'll help take care of you while you're there. So it's not even like you're renting somebody's, timeshare and you're dealing with that person. You're on Disney property. It's going to be their staff manning everything, their staff cleaning it. Any issues arise, you have Disney as well. When you email or call, you reach someone who has stayed in the DVC rooms and has full knowledge. I can't tell you how many times I've called DVC and I realize I know much more than they do. So, everybody who works for us has stayed in these rooms and they know the parks and they know a lot of stuff, honestly, that the cast members don't know because they haven't been trained. And honestly, a lot of times the cast members are not staying at all the deluxe resorts and they're not staying in the DVC rooms. So you've got somebody who really knows the properties and can give you advice and stuff.
I just want to mention, the cast members, they don't get an opportunity to experience the resorts, unfortunately. They're
no fault of their own.
Right.
They're working, and they're not going to be staying probably a lot of times in some of these rooms that are possibly bigger rooms, $2,000 a night and stuff. Because truthfully, we wouldn't have stayed in them if it wasn't for DVC points.
And they're not invested into the company as far as like you love DVC and you want to make sure that everyone knows. Well, the cast member, of course, they don't want to say, well, I'm going to spend all this money so I can know about all these rooms. So they're just going to do what they can to get the knowledge. And unfortunately, Disney doesn't always give them the chance to experience everything.
Yeah, truthfully, like a lot of times, if we have extra points that we have to get out of, we'll end up using them. Well, sometimes we'll give them to you or Ty. A lot of times we'll take the trips ourselves. Like right now, we have a 3-bedroom at Copper Creek coming up in a couple weeks, actually a little over a week. And like I've never personally stayed there. The reason we chose that room is because I've never stayed there before. Because I want to sit there and I want to learn about it. I want to bring back video to you guys, so that way I can know specifically about that room. If anybody asks about a grand villa at Copper Creek, we've got somebody who's stayed in that room. And cast members aren't going to be sitting there and going, I'm going to stay in a room that's $3,000 a night so I could learn about it more. So it's one of the advantages we have with being the point rental company. And this is not versus Disney, but I just want to state that we're the only DVC rental company that's based in Florida. So if there's ever an issue, we're literally minutes away, and we can kind of come to the resort. Not that we've never really had to, but we have come to meet people before and talk to them. Or sometimes people have said, "Hey, I'm here. Can I talk about possibly buying into DVC?" It's like you've got a company that our main team here is all based in Florida. So again, at any time if something comes up, we could possibly come help you. Or if, again, you want to talk to somebody about buying or renting more, again, we're all right nearby. So definitely an advantage to working with us.
Definitely. And I know you said it's, even when you're renting from Disney, you don't have to, when you're renting from Disney, you have all these extra taxes and everything.
Correct.
It's
Yes. Yep.
It's just the cost.
Well, yeah, once you, well, again, this episode, the last episode, I think this is the last episode I had mentioned that if you go to the check availability tool, everything's included, including the 4% fee that the credit card companies charge. So, once you get a price on there, sometimes it could be a little bit less if you pay with Zelle or something that's not a credit card. But there's no Florida taxes. It depends which resort you go to. You know, they can vary from like, you know, I think 13% up to like 18%, depending on like which county you're in. But there's no other taxes or fees or any secret stuff. You know, the price that you see on there, that is the price, not a penny more. It can only be a little bit less. So there's never any surprises as well.
Right, because I don't know if you've seen like different videos on the internet where, you know, I'm not trying to pick on VRBO or anything, but I don't know if you've seen it where it's like, okay, this room is advertised as $112 a night on VRBO. We're staying 4 nights, and then it's like, okay, the total cost is now $1,500. It's like, wait, it says 112. It's 4 nights. It should be like, and they're like,
there's a Florida tax,
right?
like
There's
a
a
occupancy tax, a cleaning fee. There's all
watch
these.
out for squirrel fee. There's this.
Yeah, watch out.
This.
That squirrel fee gets you every time.
Yeah,
That's the tough one.
but I mean, it's just like the videos that they just, you know, they mention all these crazy fees because it brings up all the costs. Well, when you go to DVC-Rental,
that's it. We're not padding any, you know, we're not padding it and making it look good for you, and then we'll hit you with all these fees later on.
Right. You don't fill out all this thing and then there's a button at the end and then it just adds more money. It's just that's the cost. So that's
That's it.
That's it. And you got the free parking and everything. So that's good to know because you don't want to be like, you know, you don't want to be known for that. Well, yeah, DVC-Rental, they advertise as this, but the real cost is this. No, that's what it is.
I always find that upfront pricing is better because truthfully, I get frustrated relatively easily, and I can't tell you how many times I've gone to buy something, a room or something, and it keeps adding on. And you say, oh, there's the tax, and then there's the shipping charge, and then there's something else, and you're just like, you know, you advertise this price or a car, and then there's, you know, all the different taxes and fees, and then there's there's the insurance, and then we charge a prep fee, and now there's a markup fee because the car prices have gone up. We want to give you the pricing up front just because there's nothing more frustrating than thinking you're getting a good deal, and then, you know, you put your effort and time into it, and then find out later on that there's all these other fees, and your good deal's not so great anymore.
That's true.
It's a good point.
It's like,
appreciate it.
It's like I don't know, like the last time I went in and then like the phone plan and the guy's like, hey, well, this is, you know, because you're doing this and this is on the phone plan, but you don't actually need that. So you have to make sure and cancel it. You have to have it for 30 days, but you have to cancel it after the 30th day. And then you do this and this. I'm like, that's a lot to remember.
It always feels slimy when that stuff happens. It's happened to me many times with different things like that. Because you're feeling good about yourself, and then all of a sudden, they're trying to like fast talk you around stuff. If you do this and you this, and then I'll remove this, and like it feels
right. And then like they show you
like they're trying to get you
11 pages of documents that you're never going to read. So you're just like, well, whatever.
Yep.
So thanks again for watching. Well, I'm just curious. Have you played this golf course or no?
I've never been to Illinois. I would like to go there.
He's never been to Illinois.
Maybe if some of my friends want to house me and I'll come visit them.
How's that possible? You've never been to Illinois? I mean, I'm from Iowa, so of course I've been to Illinois many times. So, but I guess that's possible then. So, have you flown in somewhere and then you landed in Chicago for an hour?
No, never landed in Chicago.
Okay. So he's never okay. Yeah. Have you ever driven through the Midwest?
No.
No. Good. All right, well, we're going to end the episode on that. So be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Next time, maybe next summer, Scott's going to rent an RV, take his family across the country. We'll see.
This poor table takes so much damage from Jason.
Thanks for tuning in.
I just want to point out, like, I figure people probably wonder, like, where we record this from. In case you don't know, we're in the Grand Floridian right now. Thank you so much. We love you. Have a great day.